It's time to test your Disney knowledge with episode 151 of the most magical game show on earth. Welcome in. As always, I am your host, Bryan Perri, and this is Disney Jeopardy. Last week, I gave you all the 150th episode of this series, which featured 7 different categories and 50 unique clues. So check that out if you have not done so yet. This week, I'm bringing back the winner of the Final Jeopardy wheel spin 2 weeks ago. That was Dumbo, so he will be flying into your homes today to provide you with some old school Disney trivia. Joining the cute little guy will be 4 other categories, 2 of which are voted on by the beloved Club DJ members. So let's take a look at the board and see what I'm testing you on today. Get those Scantrons out. First up, it's the movie that features my favorite character ever, Timothy Q. Mouse. Dumbo starts off the game. He's followed by Screen Time. Your third category is a Club DJ category. It is So This Is Not Love. Your theme park category is Missing Colors. And finally, the second Club DJ category this week will be Books. And as you can see there are the results of the 2 polls. A week ago, I gave you the first one, which So This Is Not Love won, with 53% of the vote. Books got another chance, and it made the most of it. 64% of the second poll vote goes to Books. Trains and Let's Go Skating come in second and third. And as always, at the end of this episode, I'll be providing the Club DJ members with another poll, but don't forget, it's second chance poll, so it'll be filled with 3 options that have lost during previous opportunities. And with that, it is now time for the easiest round of the game, the Cupcake round. Each of these clues worth just 200 points. Episode 151 begins with Dumbo. The film opens with storks delivering baby animals to this state. Exactly 30 years before Walt Disney World was built in 1971, storks were apparently delivering baby animals to Florida. Okay, we're moving on to the category of Screen Time. I played with this a little bit last week, and shout out ScreenTimeCentral.com, who provides all this information. Screen Time is all about your favorite Disney characters either appearing on screen or during a scene where you can actually hear their voice. We'll be asking you questions about the amount of screen time for some of your favorites. Here's your first clue. Appearing in approximately 43 minutes of the film, Simba has nearly triple the amount of screen time in The Lion King compared to this character, who comes in second with a total of 15 minutes. Who is the second most visible character in The Lion King? It might surprise you, the correct answer is Scar.
Murderer! No, Simba, please. Tell them the truth. Truth? But truth is in the eye of the beholder.
Moving on now to So This Is Not Love. This category, if you couldn't figure it out, is all about characters who probably shouldn't be in love and definitely don't end up together at the end of their film. Here we go. When Ursula turns into a human to marry Prince Eric in The Little Mermaid, she takes on this name. She takes on the name of Vanessa.
Do you, Eric, take Vanessa as long as you both shall live?
We're moving on to Missing Colors for 200 points. Here's a look at Slinky Dog Dash at Disney's Hollywood Studios. I've made the track black and white. What color is it normally? Normally, the Slinky track is red. And to finish off the Cupcake round, we're on to the second Club DJ member category of Books. This category is all about books that appear in Disney films. Let's begin. When Gaston takes Belle's book from her at the start of Beauty and the Beast, he questions how she can read it since it's omitting this crucial book element. Hello, Belle. How can she read it if it doesn't have any pictures?
Bonjour, Gaston. Gaston, may I have my book, please?
How can you read this? There's no pictures.
Cupcake round complete. We're moving on to the 400-point round now. Here's Dumbo again. After the stork delivers Jumbo Jr., yeah, correction, we're calling him Jumbo Jr. now, right? Have some respect for the little guy. After the stork delivers Jumbo Jr. to Mrs. Jumbo, he sings the baby elephant this song as part of the delivery service. Give you a hint, it's probably the most famous song in the entire world. Correct answer is Happy Birthday.
One moment, please. This is still part of the service. Happy birthday to you.
Here's your second clue from Screen Time. This 1953 Disney film is the only one where the villain appears more than the lead protagonists. Hopefully the year helped you out. The correct answer is Peter Pan. And the reason it is the correct answer is because the character of Peter Pan actually does not appear more than his arch nemesis, Captain Hook, appearing in more than 19 minutes of the film compared to Peter's 16. Here's So This Is Not Love for 4. Esmeralda is the focus of one track on the Hunchback of Notre Dame album that consists of these two different songs. Yes, and a bit of a strange fun fact, track 7 on the Hunchback of Notre Dame album is filled with the two songs of Heaven's Light, sung by Quasimodo, and Hellfire by Frollo. We're moving on to clue number 9 in the game. It's missing colors. Here's a look at the Tomorrowland People Mover in the Magic Kingdom. What color are the trains? They are blue. Final clue of the 400s is one about books. Botany, Geology, and Cooking are the titles of 3 books that this princess grabs to read and start off her day. "7 a.m., the usual morning lineup eventually brings us to the subject of reading. That's right. Rapunzel, who is the correct answer here, can be seen grabbing the books of Botany, Geology, and Cooking at the start of Tangled.
It's like 7:15, and so I'll read a book, or maybe 2 or 3.
Let's inch our way towards the halfway point of the game with the 600-point round. Now we're traveling back across the board to Jumbo Jr. We're calling him Jumbo Jr. Come on. Timothy tells Jumbo Jr. to drink some water out of a bucket to cure this ailment. Unfortunately, the bucket was filled with alcohol. A lot of people get hiccups after drinking some liqueur. In this case, little Jumbo Jr. already had hiccups, and Timmy was like, hey, go drink some water. Problem again was that it wasn't water, and it led to this.
What's crying get you anyhow? Nothing but the hiccups. Well, ain't nothing little water won't cure.
We're moving on to Screen Time for 6. Both Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck each lead 2 separate Disney feature animation films in Screen Time. Name Mickey's 2 movies and Donald's 2 movies. And once again, there are 4 different films in the Disney feature animation library that are led in Screen Time by either Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck. Mickey's got 2 of them, Donald's got 2 of them. What are those films? Well, in Donald's case, back-to-back movies. First you had Saludos Amigos, and then it's The Three Caballeros. He is the main character of both of those movies. As for Mickey, he's not really the main character in either of these 2 movies, but he does appear on screen more than any other character in the films. They are Fantasia and Fantasia 2000. Halfway point of the game means it's time for some love, or not love. In this Disney short film, Anna's former boyfriend, Hans, gets hit with a giant snowball and lands in a pile of horse droppings. You know, everyone talks about Elsa's ice powers, but I think her most impressive trait is her aim, because she successfully sneezed a snowball across the ocean and hit Hans in the short film Frozen Fever. Time for some missing colors. Let's check it out. Here's a sign for one of my favorite rides, Mission Space. You've got the option of riding one of two versions, named after colors. Name the two colors. You've got green, and you've got orange. 600 pointer for books is headed your way. While standing next to Aladdin and reading royal recipes, Genie pulls out this Little Mermaid character from the book. Blink and you'll miss it. He pulls out Sebastian.
Can you make me a prince?
Let's see. Chicken a la king? No. Yeah, that's king crab. I hate when they do that.
All right, let's move on to the 800-point round now. It's time for Jumbo Jr. again. One of the clowns claims that elephants can't feel pain because they're made of this. The answer is rubber.
Hey, be careful. You'll hurt the little guy.
Oh, go on. Elephants ain't got no feelings.
No, they're made of rubber.
Here's your fourth clue from Screen Time. Between 2010 and 2020, this was the only male character in a Disney feature animation film to eclipse an hour of screen time in just one movie. So I had to specify in just one movie at the end of that clue because you've got Ralph from Wreck-It Ralph and Ralph Breaks the Internet. He nearly hits an hour in both, so if you combine them, obviously he's over an hour of screen time. But what about in just one film? Brings us to 2014's Big Hero 6. Hero is your answer.
It is all right to cry.
No.
Crying is a natural response to pain.
I'm not crying.
I will scan you for injuries.
Don't scan me.
Scan complete.
Unbelievable.
Here comes So This Is Not Love for 8. In Encanto, most of the film makes it seem as if Isabella is going to marry this man, but he instead ends up with Dolores. Who's that in the distance? Oh, it looks like Mariano is on his way. Let's give you your fourth missing color clue of the game. Here's a look at a submarine from Disneyland's Finding Nemo submarine voyage attraction. What color is it? In the town where I was born lived a man who sailed to say, okay, I can do the entire thing. Correct answer is yellow. It's a yellow submarine. Here's your final clue before the 1000s. It's the 800-pointer for books. Character reading a book here is named Heathcliff. Name the film he's a part of. How about this? We've got two clues in this 800-point round that revolve around Big Hero 6. That is your correct answer.
I breathe fire!
20 clues are down and 6 remain, including Final Jeopardy. But before we get there, you know what time it is. It is time for the most overly dramatic, soundtrack-infused, unnecessarily spotlighted part of the game, the 1,000-point round. Hit it! I don't know what that was. Kind of spiced it up, made it a song. Maybe I'll make an official 1,000-point round theme song in the future. All right. The 1000s begin with the Jumbo Jr. category. At the conclusion of the film, a newspaper article details that Dumbo's ears have been insured for this much money. They've been insured for $1 million. Also, before we move on, check out these newspaper clippings. Like, what is this? Because there's a flying elephant, the US military now designs their planes like elephants. And then also, I love this newspaper cover. The year is 1941, and oh yeah, World War II is still going on, but it's just a little side story. No, Dumbo is the main story going on in the world. Let's move on. is your final clue from Screen Time. The only Disney feature animation film where the three characters with the most screen time are canines. Well, yes, Pongo and Perdita are two of the three characters with the most screen time in 101 Dalmatians. Unfortunately, Roger is in there as well, so 101 is not your correct answer. The correct answer, I said canines, not just dogs, is Fox and the Hound. That's because the three characters with most screen time are Todd, Fox, and you've got the Hound Dog, Copper. Of course, the elderly Chief comes in third. 3 clues left on the board. The first one comes from So This Is Love. And there you go. It's time for another daily double. That's because this is the 4,100th clue in Disney Jeopardy history. So make your wagers with all of those points you have and your confidence level regarding characters who don't really belong together. Similar to the last daily double, you did have a lot of time to accumulate points, so you could be putting up your biggest total ever here. That is, if you went all in. Let's see if it pays off. Here's your So This Is Love clue. In the scene where Lawrence is disguised as Naveen and proposes to Charlotte in Princess and the Frog, this is the first body part that begins transforming back into Lawrence's old body. As a reminder, this is not Prince Naveen. No, it's this guy, Lawrence, disguised as Prince Naveen. A lot of people remember his caboose, as I referred to it last week, getting significantly larger in that scene, but that was not the first body part to revert back. No, the correct answer is his ear.
Your ear?
Those pesky mosquitoes.
We're moving on to missing colors now for 1,000. Here's a look at Big Thunder Mountain Railroad in Disneyland. The locomotive is not usually gray, no. What color is it? Locomotive is red. And here comes the final clue on the board before Final Jeopardy. It's books for 1K. Mummy dust is an ingredient found in a book titled Disguises, which can be spotted in this Disney film. We're going to go all the way back, and when I say all the way back, I literally mean all the way back to the first Disney feature animation film, which was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The evil queen is the one who picks up the book Disguises and reads Mummy dust.
A formula to transform my beauty into ugliness. Mummy dust.
So there you have it, 25 clues down. One remains, and it just so happens to be the one clue of the game. I will ultimately determine how proud of yourself you will be for the next 7 days. It's Final Jeopardy time, which means we are once again spinning that wheel. It's the Final Jeopardy wheel spin to determine next week's first category. Let's do it. For the first time in forever, we are traveling back to 2013's Frozen. And I pretty much mean forever, because if you go on DisneyJeopardy.com, you can see that the last time I did a Frozen category was way back in the 20s. Not the 1920s, but you get the point. But since I have already done a category on the movie Frozen instead, changing it up a little bit, and we are going to focus on the music of Frozen. So make your wagers based on your knowledge of that beloved album featuring some iconic tunes. All right, here we go. It's the final clue of episode 151, all about the music of Frozen. According to Anna, and for the first time in forever, the Arendelle Castle has this many salad plates. Good luck. And time is How well do you remember the lyrics to the songs of Frozen? That's going to matter quite a bit next week, and it matters right now. You remember the lyrics to For the First Time in Forever? If you do, you might know that the correct answer here is 8,000.
I didn't know they did that anymore. Who knew we owned 8,000 salad plates?
And that does it for episode 151 of Disney Jeopardy. Thank you so very much for watching. Bunny Eclipse is thrilled that you are here with us today. She appreciates each and every one of you, don't you, Bunny? Yes, you do. And she says, hey, you want to visit that Bunny Eclipse shop? Go right ahead. Check out what merch I've designed. And when I say I've, I mean Bunny has designed. Now, as for the Club DJ members, it's time to go vote in the second chance poll. You've got 3 options on your screen. All will be good choices, so make your selection right now to determine the path that episode 152 goes down. Shout out to everyone who keeps sending me pets on my Instagram account. I love it. Disney Jeopardy pets will continue to be featured in the next few episodes. So if you want your sidekick to appear in an episode, make sure they are watching Disney Jeopardy in the photo, and you might see them on your big screen. Now, you know the deal. If you like what you saw, do me a favor, subscribe. Click that bell icon. Hello, bell. This way, you're notified every time we come out with brand new content. I've been your host, Bryan Perri. I'm excited to see you next week for episode 152. Almost as excited as Bunny is for the bone she's about to get. Right, Bun? You want a bone? All right, let's do it. Till next time.
Bye-bye.